Right guys, welcome back. Hope you all had a really nice break over Christmas. Boxing Day, I had a lovely time. Sister came to visit, mum and dad came to visit, and I've now got a bit of time. I can wind down and crack on with this grifter. No twatting about, straight on it. Right, it's in a bike stand. Good chance to now assess what this bike needs. It went onto the forums on Christmas Day, Boxing Day. A lot of interest from the grifter guys, grifter girls, the forum people, the chats. A lot of interest in this. Hopefully some of you guys are subscribed and can watch videos on this getting dismantled and hopefully saved. And yeah, cracking bike. Turn the camera around, show you what's wrong with it, an awful lot. Get closer to that damage and then we can start to strip it down. Let's do this. Right, so that's the front wheel, completely broken in half there. So front wheel's got to come out. I'm going to save the tyres, I'll keep them. Mudguard is going to get saved, obviously. That's all right. Mudguard's good. Obviously the brake, front brake caliper, handlebars have got to come out. Drop the forks down. But the worst of damage, as you know, is on that back section of that frame. A bend starts roughly about there. That's the impact, probably back in its day. It might have got one over by a truck, maybe attempted murder, or who knows what might have happened to his bicycle. The seat post is gone, so you can see that better now, much clearer. So take the seat clamp off, bit of WD, and try and prise that remains of that post out. Right, let's try and clear some space, move this back a little bit. You can see there in the background the black prismatic that didn't sell. The parts have now arrived to finish that bike off, so that'll be a later video, beginning of a year. Chopper frame has arrived, that will get repainted. Projects for January, but you're not here to see these two. You're here to see this grifter stripped down. The wheel's completely bent, you can see there, but it's snapped in half. Yeah, let's put on time lapse and try and get some of these parts off this bike. It's going to make fascinating content. Let's do this. Okay, just quickly paused there. Right, front brake caliper in actually really nice condition. All the brake adjusters there. Just needs a good clean for quarter of an hour and that'll come up like new. So that's a good save. What else we got here? We got front brake blocks with brake stays, Raleigh stamped. I reckon these are originals, and I don't think it was used much, maybe a little bit, but by the front wear on those brake blocks, I don't think it had a hard life until it got run over. So 2 front brake blocks with the brake stays, they'll come up nice, definitely. Front wheel nut somewhere, our nut, but yeah, front mud guard, a little bit of damage there on the back. Hang on guys, a bit of paperwork down there, hang on, that's it, sorry guys. Obviously with the Raleigh mud flaps, mud flap extensions, that's in really clean condition, that'll clean up very nice. Bit of damage there, as I said, but overall pretty good. Well, let's get back on this. That front R nut's been a right pain to get off, but you can see how bad that tire is, can't you? Rim tape is still there. I might be able to save that, I'm not sure, but yeah, I need a bit more WD on that. But yeah, front forks, headset. Right, let's put this back in the cradle and crack on, try and get small bits off. Right, front wheels off, wheel nuts are loose, are off. Very good, Nick. Nice strong R emblem. Now remember, this bike cost me £12.50 and already there's well over that value in there. Break it down, these worth a tenner, 15 quid, that's 25, that's worth a tenner, 35, they're worth a tenner, £45 in there. Right, let's get this front wheel off. I'll try and keep the camera rolling if I can, but bear in mind only one hand here to do this. Let's try and get this wheel off here. If I had two hands, I'll do that. I think I'll put it back in the cradle and try and get that wheel off. Hang on. Right, so a bit of WD-40 on that front wheel nut. Remember, this wheel is original to the bike, so the bike dates from, I believe, 1984, being a Mark II grifter. So the wheel's never been off before. Just loosen it now with a wrench. It's a lot difficult to get off on a normal wheel because you've got all the spokes rattling about, tyres in your way. And this bike stand is very good, but it does rattle about on that bike stand and you can't get a decent grip. So we resort to hitting it with a hammer or a wrench to try and loosen it out, but it does pop out and does come free. And once those two wheels are off, it's going to make my whole job much easier. Anyway guys, stick with it for about 30 seconds and you'll see that front wheel pop out. Massive thank you to all the new subscribers and interest on the forums. We had some great comments. That bike must have had a hard paper round. Grifters are strong. Love to see that get saved. Always sort of comments. Pretty pleased with how it went down on the forum over Christmas and New Year. A lot of interest. It just shows, doesn't it, that people like to watch this sort of stuff or show interest in the grifters, choppers, burners over Christmas and New Year, or Christmas and Boxing Day. Let's leave you now with the rest of the content. And there you go, one tyre and tube. So you got original Raleigh, there's the outskirts of Raleigh, and then super grip will be somewhere, but yeah, totally perished, but not bad grip though, but yeah, there it is, super grip. Yeah, super grip, and obviously the original tube, which I imagine still holds there. But yeah, that's that off. Rim tape in piece, nice original condition on that. But yeah, that's the front wheel, completely, obviously beyond repair. Front hub's worth saving, or front axle's worth saving, but nothing else is really fit for purpose. I'll probably try and take the spokes out. Maybe they can get saved, moved on for someone else for a new project, but ultimately that is scrap. But what it now means is that we can now assess the front forks and see if they're bent at all. When you look at it, don't think they are. Bit of rust there, surface corrosion, paint peel, but yeah, once I brush off with a cloth, but the excess, but yeah, those forks are not too bad at all. Right, I'm going to do this another day, but let's try now get that back wheel off, back brake caliper, get that off. Might try and get the bars out, but yeah, starting this back wheel in this video. Let's do it. Okay, so that's the back wheel, the bike turned round. That there is the nut I've got access, so that's got to come off. And then that's a bend there, look, you see that bender? It's broken. That's got to come off. The chain's still there, don't know how. And obviously that nut there. Bit of WD on them. Unfortunately, there's no one to hold a camera. Bit of WD on them. I'm trying to film as much as I can to try and get close-up action for you. I think I'll put the tripod here and just do one side at a time. Okay, let's do it. Whoa! Whoa! Ah! Grifters are so heavy. Grifters are so heavy. Ah, still winning camera. That's a 7 shot. Let's try and do this other side, if I can. Well, that one comes off much easier, the other side. The camera's still rolling now, that's it. That's good. This other nut comes off much easier. That's the other nut I showed you to begin with. Here it comes. That there is the other nut. So obviously those who aren't familiar, the Sturmy Archer toggle chain goes through that hole out there. Obviously that's the nut. So I can go in my bits drawer that I've managed to salvage, just down there. So at least we know one side comes off, but this one isn't as easy to get to. Hope you can see us, guys. Hope you can catch. But this wheel, this tie's in the way, that inner tube's in the way. Ah! I might cut in a bit. Hang on, let's cut this now. We'll try and get this wheel off. Okay, so you would have just seen, I think the other side come out. I did film trying to get this off for about 6 minutes, but it wasn't budging. So I started hitting it with this, and it's now coming loose. So this wheel's never been off. I'm pretty gonna say for guarantee this wheel has never been off. We can get this wheel off now, but the nut is now loose. We can now watch together, me and my fabulous YouTube family, watch this wheel get taken off. Now the nut is now loose and spinning. Also, we can access the hub to see what date that is. Once this wheel is off, this will make such a difference because, as you may know, these back wheels are heavy with the hub and the rim and the tyre. Nice to get it off and assess how it looks, but yeah, no regrets about buying it because, you know, for sake of just over 12 quid plus a bit of diesel money, I'm already quids in for the parts. But yeah, we'll put a bit of music on now and maybe put on time lapse. I'll get this wheel off. Right, that was a lot of messing about. Excuse my French. Right, I had to put that back on the other axle to then tighten this up, to then loosen that. But now, my problem is now trying to get the back wheel out. Obviously it's no longer attached to the dropouts, but everything is mangled. Everything is mangled. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a spanner on there and hit it downwards, or hit the nut down and just try and release it. I'll try and capture what I can on video, but as you can appreciate, I can't get the camera too close because I've got no one to hold it for me. But we'll put it on tripod and try and capture what we can. Ah, we're out. Done it. Done it. That, guys, is the remains of that back wheel. Once those nuts were out, it came out much better than I imagined, but yeah, it's all there. Look, what a mess. So a tube, a rim tape, a chain split in half, and that there on the floor is all the debris and muck that came out it. Right, let's have a look at this. So I'll take the nut off, obviously save a nut. The rim is obviously completely scrapped. I reckon I can straighten that out once I've got the rim out of the way. Fold that back and put that in a vise. But yeah, ultimately that's a job for another day. But now we can get this bike on the stand. Jesus. Get this wheel out of the way, this tyre out of the way. There we are. Another job done. Get this on the stand and try and get the we'll take the brake caliper out, move that out of the way. I'm sorry the camera's all over the place, but I'm holding it in one hand and look, my hands are filthy. try and get the forks out. But yeah, please, the back wheel's gone. Right, let's get on the bike stand, clean my hands, make a brew, and I'll come back and assess, then we'll wrap it up. And there we are. That's the back wheel off, front wheel off, front brake caliper off, front mudguard off. That is getting a soak in some WD, along with that seat clamp. Not that it'll do much use, because that's a proper image of that cut off, sawn off, however you want to word it, seat post. That's getting some WD, because that's been a right pain in the what's it to free up, spinning around in circles like some strange thing. That's getting some WD along with the pedals, WD, but at least we know the crank turns. So if you don't get the crank out, then there's no biggie, it can still be used. But let's have a proper look now at how bad this bend is. That's probably a better shot there. So come down the frame, and then you see that bend. You have to excuse a mess in the garage. My job for New Year is to tidy it up. But pretty bad. That's got to come back at least, what, 30, 25, 30 degrees. Not only is it bent, it's also bent on the bottom. You can see that there. So it's bending downwards and inwards. The dropouts look straight as well. So yeah, some work to do, but the important part was on this video to begin the strip down, and I'm pleased that back wheel is out, because it's a heavy bike, and that back wheel was tampering with the storage. Right, let's wrap it up. We are done, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Quick message: Santa Claus brought me a Dealer Mike. Look at that, Dealer Mike chopper mug. If I do some merch next year, I think you need 1,000 subs to do merch. I'll be making these up and sending them on to my subscribers. So yeah, let's get those numbers up. Current sub is, I think it's like 280 odd. Let's try and get to 500 subs within like a couple of months, like February for example. The grifter and burner community is big. Any guys want to watch this content, share the content to anyone who's into grifters. It's so important to hit that. If you want to consider, I'd appreciate it. That subscribe button costs you nothing. You ain't going to get bombarded with emails and flyers. Just give Dealer Mike a bit of encouragement to get those numbers up, and comment what you think so far, or what you think the plan should be with this grifter. Like I said, I'm going to try and save it. If I can get that back frame there straight, then in my opinion it's a saver. But it all depends on that seat post clamp. Worst case scenario is I've already got a donor frame. Worst case scenario is I just chop that top off, give it to a welder to chop. But yeah, that's worst case scenario, but I'll certainly try and get that out. Pair of pliers, hammer, don't know, but we'll certainly give it a go. That's it, guys. Thank you for watching. All the best for next year. Have a happy new year. Have a safe new year, healthy. And if you're out New Year's Eve, just take care and enjoy yourself, but ultimately look after yourself and each other. I'll see you next year. I don't think there'll be another video between now and New Year's Day. I'll certainly pump one out New Year's Day, yeah, and we'll crack on with that grifter. Chopper video to film, as I said, and obviously that frame, that chopper frame will get a repaint, but I'm ultimately pleased as punch. We've got a nice selection of bits down here: tyres, brake blocks, mudguard, calipers. Yeah, nice selection of bits. Right, I'll catch you later on in a couple of days. Happy New Year.